It's your boy Growth here, back with another video, and today I got a special video, guys, man. Today we're back with Tournament Power Season 82, Part 1. I know that it's late. I was asleep the whole day, bro, so I was supposed to do it earlier today, but then I had to do some, and then when I came back home, I took a fat nap. Now we're here though. You know, it is what it is. So we got the Tournament Power squad here with the region. Really, we should really just power through this season. We got 4 S tier characters. So you guys are curious to see like what characters replacements wise on the region, just check out my best teams video. I posted that probably on Tuesday, so probably 5 days ago, and check that video out to see, you know, my things there, and then you guys can ask me some questions. But without further ado, let's get straight to it. Let's just go ahead and, you know, go. So yeah, I mean, what else to talk about? I mean, I guess we can kind of talk about like just like the new characters that dropped, right? We got the Ultimate Gohan, we got the Super Saiyan God Goku, and we can kind of talk about them to see how we feel about them. Me personally, I definitely think there is a character that's easily better than the other. I personally think Gohan is, I think Ultimate Gohan is the best character in the game. A lot of people say it's still, you know, siding with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, but my issue is like they both can be ran together, but Ultimate Gohan is the best counter to Ultra Gohan, if that makes sense. So they have the character that is the best counter to the best character in the game, but they're on the same team. Like Frieza was kind of like the best counter, but this Gohan is better because he has a long range blue card. He can't get countered by the thing. He's a blast type as well, and he just does so much damage, bro. Especially once he gets his hold on real quick. Once he gets his that second unique gauge, bro, like that dude is absolutely ridiculous. Every time he pops a blue card, he gets a green, like MVP 17. And then this guy takes away your vanish when he pops his main ability from his, like, are you kidding me? So now he can do like a combo drop ultimate card that's gonna do so much damage. And I believe he goes type neutral as well. So it's like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do against that? So I personally think he's the best character in the game just because of that reason. But I'm not the biggest fan of the devs knowing that Gohan is the best character, Ultra Gohan, and the best counter is by putting him on his same team. Like, I don't like that. I personally feel like the devs know what they're doing. And I've also been seeing a lot of people just being like disappointed with the anniversary, and not in terms of what is getting dropped in a sense. I mean, I guess we could talk about the God Goku. Yeah, a lot of people have been really mad about the God Goku. They're just thinking like he needs more. I personally think that he's not a bad character at all. I definitely think that there is a gap between him and there's a huge gap between him and there's a huge gap between him and Ultimate Gohan for sure. But with the Goku, I mean, I need to watch more gameplay of him. I need to watch more gameplay of the God Goku. A lot of people are rocking him on like God Key. I think that people should rock him on actually, let's do this. I think a lot of people should rock him on movies with him and Frieza together. I just think that just the rise and rush protection between those two is actually insane. And then your third character can kind of be like Yellow, Gogeta Blue, or whoever. But I mean, the Goku there, I mean, a lot of people are saying like his damage isn't up to par. I think he's a solid character. I think that he I don't know if he kind of fulfills what the devs are looking for. But I mean, his ultimate card is absolutely a nuke for sure. He kind of reminds me more like a Dragon Fist Goku, where he does good damage. His gauge is okay. I'm not the biggest fan of his gauge, but the fact that he's able to get his like vanish gauge is actually probably like why they didn't want to make him too broken, because the fact that he can kind of stay in the battlefield forever. If you keep constantly getting priority with him, he's going to be on that battlefield for the whole time. So I could see why they was kind of maybe be a little bit iffy about making him too broken. But then it's like, but you made a Gohan character right next to him that's absolutely broken. So, you know, when it comes to Gohan, they go crazy. And we've seen it time and time again. But also, you know, my main concern I've been seeing some people talking about is just more like the anniversary format. I don't think I ever talked to you guys about it, but it's more of a, when it comes to like a money sense, I understand why they do certain things. And I guess my issues with anniversary, you know, I seen a few people talking about anniversaries, is that all the main headliners is always going to be heroes, right? Like ever since they pivot from that, based off the 3rd anniversary, since the 4th anniversary, we've always gotten anniversary and Legends Fest. We've always gotten straight hero characters. Think about it. We got 4th anniversary was MUI, Dragonfist, USV. Then we had like the Blue Boys, and then Soda Hope Trunks. Then after that we had TV. We had Goku for the Tag 4s, and then we had UGB. I'm also forgetting about USG, part of that anniversary. Then after that we had the 5th Annie, which was Goku, Frieza, Piccolo, the Gammas. The Gammas wasn't really no PO character in a sense. It was kind of just because it wasn't the main bad guys for that movie. And then we had UVB. Then after that we had Beast, Evoken, Goku, Bardock, then MUI. Now we're having Vegito, Gogeta Blue, Ultimate Gohan, and then we're having Super Saiyan God Goku. So, and then the Ultra is going to be a hero. So I guess my issue is that when it comes to anniversaries and Legends Fest, they're always going to be hero characters. Me personally, I like villain characters. You guys know, I mean, besides Piccolo, our main region, so a lot of the characters that I'm going to be using is going to be villains, and I need villains to drop so my team can get better in a sense. And when it comes to anniversary, they always go with the heroes, and Legends Fest and anniversary are like the biggest deals of the game, because that's when the biggest power creep happens. So every time those two things drop, hold on, let me just go here. Like the heroes just drives out, and they're always the top tier characters. And when it comes to like villains, usually you see villains shine from like January, depending on what they drop in like March. They usually drop some type of like hype villain in a sense, and then it's usually like October. And those are kind of like the main periods of the games where you probably gonna see the villains take over the game for a little bit, and then the huge power creep comes when Legends Fest or anniversary happens. And I've been seeing a few people just getting, pretty like disappointed about that whole concept there, which is, I totally understand. But when it comes to a money thing, you got to go with the heroes, bro. Like, people are going to be more hyped with the fusions. They're going to be more hyped with Gohans and all that stuff. So it's totally understandable. I guess I just hate, as me, that mains region, and I'm kind of maining PO as well. I'm starting to get to that PO side, that when you see all the main villains are literally like the 1% Spartans. Think about it. Ever since Legends Fest, I don't remember, 2021, every character that had an LF, that 1% Spartan, is the PO villain. Think about it. You had Soda Hope Trunks with Rose and Goku Black. You had the Tag 4s. They had Purple 17, that GT 17, and then after that you had Legends Fest, where you had the 4th anniversary. They didn't really have no PO besides the Tapion card, because the other one was Blue Vegeta. But then after that you had who else did you have? I'm trying to think about it. Yeah, GV and Soda Hope Trunks had Rose, and then they had Broly. And then the other one, where it was Tag 4s, they had 17, and then TV had Zamasu, which is a villain. And then after that, you had Fifth Annie. Fifth Annie was Goku Frieza with hold on, let me actually do this. Let's go here. Fifth Annie, you had Goku Frieza, and then the main 1% Sparking was what? Jiren. And then you had Piccolo. He had like the nerd Gohan, but then you had the tag androids, and they had Magenta, which had Cell Max, which was the PO, just like Tapion with Hirudegan. They had that PO because of their death buffs. And then after that, it's did they drop any POs for the other? I don't think they dropped any POs for Legends Fest. Did they? Gohan had, who did Red Gohan had on his side? I'll have to take a look. But then now we're seeing like Evil Boo. Then we're seeing Beerus, and then we saw the Green Broly. We've seen, so usually they always drop the POs as the 1% Spartans for most of the time, but it kind of does suck. It kind of does suck. You can't really complain about it because the heroes usually makes the most bread. And like I said, also another part, we usually get a PO right after anniversary. So like this upcoming, whatever Ultra gets released, the next LF is usually a PO character. So we're probably gonna see we usually see PO characters beginning of January. We usually see them like in March, we see them in July, and then we kind of see them in like that September and October slots. That's usually when we kind of see the villains. And then other than that, and it's just straight, it's straight heroes in a sense, straight good guys. But yeah, let's finish this up here. I don't want to face this. I mean, I could face this setup here, but like I said, we got 4 S tiers, so I'm not really too worried about points. Let's go after, I want to go after the Boo because he just gives support. I don't have man, we'll focus on them. Blue, red, purple. Yeah, and that's pretty much it with this video, bro. Like I said, we're going to be at 19 mil. So that's really powerful. I mean, that's a lot of points there. That's what happens when you have 4 S tier characters, so. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do here is screenshot this, but that's kind of like my concerns. That's kind of what I've been seeing people been getting a little bit mad about. And then when you think about Legends Fest, like Legends Fest might be a fusion Super Saiyan Gogeta and then a fusion Vegito Blue, and then you can have Tag Piccolo and Beast, and then it might be a LF MUI Goku. That's probably what might be the Legends Fest. They might add some other character, but it is what it is. That's kind of like the format they've been going with. And, you can't, it is what it is. But when it comes to that God Goku, I think he's good. But there's definitely a big difference between him and Ultimate Gohan, right? There's definitely an issue for sure. He's not terrible, but when you drop 2 characters in the same part and they're not even relatively close, that's an issue that people are seeing. Like when it comes to how do you drop Ultimate Gohan and then Super Saiyan God Goku? Like, I think Vegito and Gogeta Blue, I feel like they was really close to each other. A lot of people kind of favor Vegito. I favor Vegito a little bit more. I think he's a little bit better in terms of this meta. But now since there's purple Ultimate Gohan, Gogeta Blue gives more value as a yellow, dealing with him and then dealing with Gohan's gauge and MUI Goku's gauge. I think his value goes up. But there's more of a bigger gap with these 2 characters, these part 2 LFs than the part 1 LFs. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Let me know who you guys think is going to drop. I think it's definitely going to be GT, because if you guys peeped the last raid person we haven't fought yet is Roto. So Roto, based off what we're seeing off the raid, whatever LF gets revealed, we're kind of facing the bad guy from them. So we haven't seen Roto yet. It's definitely going to be GT, so I don't know if it's going to be Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku or it's going to be Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It's got to be one of those 2 for sure. They ain't dropped no fusions this part 2, so they might spend the block on dropping another fusion character, or they might just go the Super Saiyan 4 Goku route and just save Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for a later time. But I definitely think there's going to be a GT Ultra for sure. It's going to be one of those 2. But that's it with the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and grow up. Man, I'm out. Peace.